Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie, aka the Crafty Platypus. As this is my first ever video, I thought I could take you through a quick flip through of a journal that I just finished, just to show you what I do, and which will definitely resemble lots of the things that we will do together, hopefully. So let me take you through the flip through. Here we are. So in the cover you just have a lovely lady with a little back of lace. I'm not going to describe every single page. I'll just show you the pages and some of the goodies that I did put into. I don't want to disclose everything because who knows, maybe this one will find an owner, and I'd like there to be an element of surprise. So as you'll see, I do tailor my journals so that you have lots of writing spaces. My binding, by the way, is done through elastic, so you can remove or fill in the journal as you please. Let me see, maybe you don't see everything. There you are. There are lots of tuck spots and flip outs, so that you can enjoy finding things hidden and enjoy the different textures. The material that I use is mainly coming from encyclopedias, things that I do thrift, some things that I'm lucky enough to find in on flea markets, and sometimes on eBay as well. What can I tell you? I do use a little lace on occasion. I should use more, but I tend to forget that I have lace. That's the inconvenience of having a lot of stuff and not having everything at the reach of your hands, I guess. You'll see me using a lot of postcards, and I think that my first video, by the way, I'm going to do the 100-day challenge. I think that my first video will be on what to do with postcards, because to be honest, the possibilities are just unlimited. So in this particular journal, I've had a lot of little tuck spots, and even on the cough duck paper, and I've added some pieces of ephemera, should the owner enjoy making pages on their own. I also do make a lot of tacks and writing cards and things myself. Hopla. And yes, I'm French, so you will hear me making weird noises such as hopla quite a lot of times. We all have these little tics in every languages, I guess. Oh, actually, no, I did glue it. So yeah, pieces of ephemera. You have all ads coming from magazines. I do like to use vintage / antique things quite a lot. My photographs are usually original photographs. I have a lot of vintage, even antique ephemera that I find in a lot of dictionaries, encyclopedias from the 19th century and the early 20th century. Yeah, so I do thrift a lot, I should say. I have a lot of ephemera also coming from magazines, mainly I would say fashion magazines, but I also have weird stuff like cycle magazines where you have beautiful ads. Maybe I've used some there, I'm not sure. Stamps, you can use all stamps, which I have a bunch of, but you can also use more contemporary ones. This is a piece of a game that I thrifted, and it just shows you that you can use pretty much anything in a journal, including Sudoku. This was probably taken from a book on animals. I do enjoy my stickers once in a while, not use them too much, but still use them. I do like a lot of industrial type of things, which I get in science magazines or science books or mechanics books, physics books. So yeah, and this kind of things like menu and this is a card. It's Catholic religious. It's not sure how you call them in English, for one of the celebrations when you're a kid. And this I get in French we call them the leftovers in the drawers. So basically when you empty the drawers of somebody who has kept things from their grandparents or great-grandparents or etc., etc. So they just put everything in sort of a package, and then you buy the whole package. So you find a lot of different stuff, from postcards, letters, envelopes, pictures, really, really a lot of things. As you can see here, I've tried to mix. So this is obviously coming from a postcard. This is a crossword puzzle. I love them. I use them everywhere. This is Impulse. I suppose that is as well. Here you have a lovely picture. If you follow Seven Plaza, you will recognize this lady, which I sent her photographs of, and she did use them in, I think it's a gentleman's journal that she made. Eyelets. I love eyelets, whether they're colored, not colored. I just think they add a lot of cuteness to everything. So I do use any type of books really, as long as they've got nice illustrations. I tend to prefer drawn illustrations in magazines, I must say. I don't so much enjoy the picture ones. It's very rare that I do use them. Sorry, my English is a bit rusty at the moment. Playing cards. This is from a special French game named Tarot. I love the cards, they're just beautiful. And well, this is rather contemporary actually. You can find them pretty much everywhere in France, including in thrift stores and such places. Whoops. So lots of writing space. I don't stamp a lot. This was one of my attempts at stamping, which turned rather okay, but it's not something natural to me, and I should definitely focus on stamping more. Old bingo cards, again, old papers that I found, pictures, postcard again. You'll see them a lot. I just love them. And these are the types of ads that I mentioned that you can find in it's a cycle and cars actually magazine from the early 900s actually. I was just thinking there. There you go. Sometimes when I'm lucky I do find forms. This was from doctor's visits actually, and the doctor would fill it for the patient. Again, books on animals, fabric, and these are actually stamps that I printed on Amazon envelopes, I think. And then I cover it with resin, and I love the sounds, the texture, and the looks. I'm lucky enough because in France you can find a whole diversity of things, and they're not always that expensive, so I can enjoy my findings a lot. Pictures, again, you don't have to just stick to a picture, you just cut them out and make what you want with them, and I think they're cute like this. Envelopes, old telegrams, bills, invoices, forms. You'll find everything you want in there. This is from an old children's book. This is from an encyclopedia. This is from a magazine from the 50s. Tim Holtz. I do use some of Tim Holtz, but not that many actually, not anymore, because I enjoy my thrifted goodies more. That's cut out of a magazine, I believe. This is a postcard. These I find a lot in thrift stores. In French they're called galons. Not sure how you call them in English. Yeah, science magazine. This is leather. It's a type of leather you put on your elbows on whatever pullovers you're wearing. Stamps, old stamps. Again, Tim Holtz. This is from, I think, a tourist guide. Postcard. Again, you don't need to use the postcard. Just a part of it. I think they're quite beautiful like that. But you can do hundreds of things with a postcard. Flips over. These postcards from the early 900, you find them very easily in France, and they're really not expensive when you're lucky enough to find a batch. So they could be like 50 cents to €1. I have a gazillion of them actually. These are all encyclopedia things. These as well. These are from matchboxes. Somehow in a flea market I found a whole book where they were collected by someone. I don't know how many I have. I have a whole pouch, I think, full. Animal. I think it was about the forest. Dies. I don't use a lot of dies, but these I really love, and I like to assemble them, and then you can tuck things behind them. A bit of fabric. Again, images from encyclopedias. I love books on paintings. Again, you can just fussy cut. You don't have just to use a page of the whole of the image. Fussy cut them. See? Science book. And you can mix. There's no reason why a sticker could not be next to the picture of a woman from the 50s. Why not? There are no rules. You do what you want. That's the beauty of channeling. Religious images. I have a gazillion of them. Again, fussy cut from a book. It's quite a well-known book. I don't have the name at the moment, but it's just about flowers. Another piece cut out from a magazine, actually, which I did put resin on. I promise that my English will improve. It's just been so long since I've spoken in English. I used to work in English exclusively, but I have now been sort of retired. Actually, I'm on invalidity for the last 3 years now. Postcard, children's game. Oh, lovely goodies. Pictures. That's coming from a book. That's coming from a children's book in mathematics. And again, pet tape, mix, just mix. Encyclopedia. These are from Better Bonds. These are collectibles. Then I found them in what we call the leftover drawers. Old invoices. Yes, I do cut them and I do glue them. And I'm sorry if it makes people unhappy. It's just what I like to do. And I will keep on doing it. So get used to it. This is something to put under a glass of beer. Why not use them? Anything can go in a journal. Fashion magazine from the late 1800s. Postcards. We do get a lot of postcards where the stamp has been cut off, actually, so the postcard is a bit ruined, or just some that are really in pitiful conditions. So I decided, well, you know, I want to use them anyway. So I just fussy cut out the part that interests me. Old envelopes. Tim holes, Tim holes. I have them, so why not use them? Encyclopedia, again, my matchbook things. And these are the negatives of, they're actually not ties, they're punches. which hearts is something I normally don't use, but again, I have them, so I should use them. Collectible card, postcard, collectible card. These are just contemporary labels that are used by children to label their notebooks. Old music paper, which is again something I find very, very regularly. Mushrooms, coming from a book on mushrooms, nothing too fancy. This comes from a dictionary. Industrial design, children's game. I love frogs. Does it show? And there's a mix that was from a game, but I can't remember which one. This is an old negative. I found a gazillion of them, so I try to use them as much as I can. Postcards, these are food stamps from the Second World War. I know that it makes some people uneasy, but the paper is just too beautiful. So, you know, at least you see them, and we need to keep in mind that they did exist and they could come back. So there you go. So that was just to show you what I do. I hope you've enjoyed it. I swear I will practice my English. And I hope that you will join me on my first video. I mean, my second video, which will be the first day of the 100-day challenge. So looking forward to seeing you all. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.